Hello students. In my last class I have explained you regarding the VAR, the types of VAR. I'll just revise this once. It's nothing but the maximum loss that any company can face. That will be measured under VAR. So here the loss is the value of portfolio that has a 5% probability that it could exceed the next day. So here also it is nothing but VAR is nothing but it is a loss in the value of portfolio. What could be the maximum loss that the company is going to face? That has a 5% probability that it may exceed the next day as well. So it's nothing but risk of bad outcomes as such. As an example, what we have discussed in my last class, delta normal method, historical method, these are the three different methods of VAR, where in delta normal method you calculate the variance in non covariance matrix. Historical methods depending upon the historical asset basis, we are going to calculate the asset value. Monte Carlo method is nothing but here it is nothing but it can be calculated for 1 month or many months as such. So cash flow at risk is nothing but the maximum cash shortfall that the company can bear that or tolerate, that will be measured under the cash flow at risk as such. So next is the next step is this I have already said you, the probability of cash flow built and all that will be measured over here. The next is normal distribution. Normal distribution is basically this is the basically a probability is symmetrical. Symmetrical means over here it is a function where it is like symmetric. It's a bell shaped curve. Center its expected value mu as such. So value is standard deviation square. So basically its skewness is 0 because um, the curve is symmetrical around the mean as such. You can see over here this graph. This is nothing but you can check over here. This is 0, this is +1, +2, +3. This is a normal distribution curve as such. So over here, this is a probability that there is a probability that the downfall could be beyond this. There is 5%, it could be 100, the 1% it could be, or like that. Basically it depends upon the downfall, what would be the probability. Here also if it is a loss, what could be the maximum loss that the company can face. So here also bell curve standard shape, it is the so here you can check out over here. This is nothing but a bell shaped curve. The curve is symmetrical around the mean. This is the mean around the mean. The curve is symmetrical as such. Here, the simplest case of normal distribution is basically known as the standard normal distribution, and the expected value is 0 over here. Here the value at risk is basically it's upon the thing that normal distribution is approximate potential downward loss. So the value of risk of a portfolio is calculated by multiplying the standard deviation of a portfolio. So over here also you can check out over here. Here it is calculated by multiplying the standard deviation of a portfolio with an appropriate standard deviate factor depending upon the level of confidence. Basically, standard deviation is multiplied. Standard deviation is nothing but this one only. Standard variance is nothing but Canfield square. So variance is standard deviation is equal to be under root of variance as such. So here these are the steps for calculating the variance also. This is the diagram, and what I want to show you over here is this one. This is another one, table value access. If it in the question he will give if in the question he says the 95% level of confidence, 99% level of confidence, 90% level of confidence, that means that the according to VAR you will be 95% sure that confident that the loss will not exceed that. That means 5% you are having a doubt that you may exceed that loss. So he'll give in the question 90% like that, 99 like that. So you need to take these values 1.645, 2.236 to 1.282. If at all he has given in the question 90%, if at all he has given 99, you need to take 2.326 as such. Okay. So I hope it is clear. This one. So these are some of the formulas. What I want to tell you all is, so basically you have these many list of formulas. Portfolio between two assets, you need to calculate this portfolio return. Rx is equal to Rx into Wx plus Ry into Wy. Rx is nothing but basically return on a X security. Wx is a return on X security, weight on X security. Same manner, return on Y security, weight on Y security as such. The formula for portfolio return is this. Okay. For portfolio risk, if he says in the question, standard deviation of S square under root standard deviation of S square Wx square plus standard deviation of Y square Wy square plus 2pxy standard deviation of standard deviation of Y Wx and Wy. Covariance, how we are going to calculate is covariance of xy is equal to sum of Rx minus Rx power bar into Ry minus Ry bar divided by n. Coefficient of correlation, how you are going to do is covariance of xy divided by standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. So and last, the VAR formula is asset value, that is nothing but portfolio value. I can write over here is asset value or portfolio value into the confidence level. He may say, I said just now, I said 95% confidence level, you need to take 1.645. If he says 99% of confidence level in the question, you need to take 2.36 as like that. You need to take for all of them into the standard deviation what you have calculated over here. This value you need to take. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. So this is how you are going to calculate this VAR problems. So let's do one problem as such so that you'll understand. I hope these formulas are clear. Altogether you have for calculating the VAR. Standard deviation means you need to calculate this standard deviation. You need to take this value as such. Okay. So there is a question. Let's check out the question. So that we'll understand it better. We'll do one problem on this. See, calculate the portfolio return and risk from the following information. The portfolio consists of equal weights x and y. Rx 12, that means the return on x is nothing but 12, 14, 12, 16, 13. Return on y is 20, 22, 25, 18 and 23. Suppose the portfolio value is INR 5 lakhs. Calculate the VAR of the portfolio. So we need to calculate all the formulas what I have written previously. So you need to, for calculating, see, for this is nothing but Pxy is nothing but your covariance. So calculating the covariance, you need to calculate. For calculating the coefficient, you need to calculate the covariance also. So all together, all of them are linked with each other. So you need to calculate all of them. First of all, you need to calculate the portfolio return. Okay. So let's do this problem. This is the question. This is all the formulas you need to take down. So let's start doing it. So these all will be the things that has to be taken care. Rx This is the first time I am using the tab for doing the problem, so I have little bit patience also with me. Rx Rx, second row will be Rx minus Rx bar. Okay, this is the second row. Rx minus Rx bar square whole square it should be actually. So this would be the portfolio X details what I has been taken. Now the RY minus RY bar. RY minus RY bar whole square Rx minus Rx bar into Ry minus Ry bar. See guys, for calculating these things you need to have this all the values. These are the rows that has to be maintained for calculating this. Okay, see for you need to calculate the standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y, Rx bar and Rx Ry bar also simultaneously. So over here let's take down the values what I have given in the question: 12, 14, 12, 16, 13, 20, 22, 25, 18, 23 as such. So let's take them simultaneously. So it will be 12, 14, 12, next is 16, next is 13. So now for Ry the things are like same. You need to take down the information from the question: 20, 22, 25, 18, 23. Okay, now you need to calculate the Rx bar for the next. Rx are nothing but the second column. Rx are nothing but these values. Rx bar, what are you going to do? You know, the formula for Rx bar is, I'm just going to write down over here. Rx bar will be summation of Rx divided by n. So summation of Rx is nothing but over here, total it up. 12, this one, 12, 14, 12, 16, 30. You need to total it up. Summation means the total. Okay, so here the total will be, if you add 12, 14, 12, 16, 13, you will get 67 divided by the number. Number is how much? 12, 14, 12. The number of, there are 5, no? 12, 1, 12, 14, 12, 16, 13. They are altogether 5. So 67 divided by the number n it is. Okay. So it will be 5. So it will come to how much? 67 divided by 5, it will come to 13.4%. Okay. So we got 13.4%. Now what you need to do is subtract them. You got Rx bar now. So Rx 12 minus 13.4. How much it will be? Minus 1.4. Next 14 minus 13.4. It will be 0.6. Next is 12 minus 13.4. It will be minus 1.4. Next 16 minus 13.4. It will be 2.6. Next 13 minus 13.4. It will be minus 0.4. Now square these all. You will get Rx minus Rx bar whole square. If you square them all, you will get these value. Because why we need to calculate these all? Because in order to calculate the portfolio return, risk and all. Okay. So here it will be, if you square 1.4, it will be how much? It will be 1.96. Next how much? 0.6 into 0.6, it will be 0.36. Next 1.4, same 1.96. Next is the 2.6 into 2.6, it will be 6.76. Next is 0. Into 0.4, it will be 0.16. Add all of them also, it will be 11.2 if you add all of them. Now let's do the same manner. Ry minus R bar also. You total it up, this one you just write down here also, it will be this is a first class, like guys, just be patient. I am not used to using this writing pad. Oops. So let's do this one also. Total, if you total all 20, if you total it up all, you are going to get summation of Ry also. 20, 22, 25, 18 and 23, it will come to 108. So now let's calculate Ry bar. It will be summation of Ry divided by n. So it will be how much? Is equal to some 108 by 5, as the number is 5. So it will come to 21.6%. Now subtract with all of them. So 20 minus 21.6, it will be how much? Minus 1.6. 22 minus 21.6, it will be 0.4. It is 0. Next is 25 minus 3.4. It will be 18 minus 21.4. It will be minus 3.4. 23 minus 21.4. It will be 1.4. Okay. I hope it is clear to all of you till here. So now what you're going to do is square them. 1.6 into 1.6, it will be 2.56. Next is 0.16. Next is 11.56. Next is 12.96. Next is 1.96. If you total it up, it will be 29.2. Now you need to multiply Rx minus Rx bar into Ry minus Ry bar. That means this one. Let's write down the numbers also. This is suppose first row, this is second row, this is third row, this is fourth row, this is fifth row, this is sixth row, this is seventh row. So what you're going to do for this is you have to multiply second row into fifth row. So minus 1.4 into minus 1.6, it will come to 2.24. Next is 0.24. Next is minus 4.7. Next is minus 9.3. Next is minus 0.5. If you total it up, it is nothing but summation of Rx minus Rx bar into Ry minus Ry bar. It will come to answer is minus 12.1. Now we need to calculate the we got these values. Now we will calculate the risk, standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. So your risk is equal to under root summation of Rx minus Rx bar whole power divided by n. So here it will be under root 11.2 divided by 5. So it came to 1.5. The same manner you need to do for this is standard deviation of x. Now let's do for standard deviation of y. It will also the same manner under root standard deviation of Ry minus Ry bar whole square divided by n. So it will be under root Ry minus 29.2 divided by 5. It will came to 2.42. So this is what we have calculated, right? So now we need to calculate the covariance of x and y, so that I'll open one more. Students, I have not given you this formula in my PPT. This for calculating the standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. I am mentioning over here there was no place as such. So this is standard deviation of x to find out this risk of xn so sum of under root sum of rx minus rx bar whole power n divided by whole power 2 divided by n. This is how you need to calculate standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. Now what you need to calculate is, you need to, I have given you formulas, right? See, now you need to calculate, we know rx, wx, ry, wy. Equal weight means it will be out of 1 only, so it will be 0.5, 0.5 weights. Okay, so here let's start. What I am going to do is, I am going to open another one. I have opened another window so that I'll explain the complete problem to you. So let's do the now portfolio x and y we got. Now let's calculate the covariance. The next one is, we need to calculate the covariance of x and y. So here it will be covariance of x and y. So it will be summation of rx minus rx bar, ry minus ry bar divided by n. So it will come to is equal to what we got in this question, that see what we got, rx minus summation of rx minus ry bar into ry minus ry bar is minus 12.1. so let's take that 12.1 over here. It is minus 12.n divided by number of returns are 5 altogether, so it will come to minus 2.44. okay, my handwriting is very bit because of the tab writing pad it is, so handwriting is in my coming classes I'll be more better hopefully. So and the next is what you need to calculate is covariance we have calculated. Now coefficient of correlation, lastly we calculate the portfolio risk. Okay, so now we are going to calculate the coefficient of correlation. So over here let's do coefficient of correlation. It will be, the formula is what, covariance of rx by standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. So the formula is my handwriting is not good at all in this. I'll write it again. Coefficient of correlation, it will be this is also written as such, it's the real this is also written as pxy. I'll just write down over here pxy as such. Okay, so here pxy, this is written as, this is a formula is covariance of xy divided by standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. This formula will be, here we got above covariance as 2.44 divided by standard deviation x, we got 1.5 into 2.4. I'll just show you where we got. See, standard deviation of x to 1.5 and standard deviation of y in 2.4. That is what we have taken over here. Okay, I hope it is clear. So here it will come to is equal to, the answer is minus 0.67. So now we are going to calculate the, now portfolio weights are Wx is 0.5 because he said equal weights. Wy is 0.5. Okay. So now what you're going to calculate is portfolio risk and return simultaneously. So let's calculate first portfolio return. Formula is Rx bar Rx bar Wx into Ry bar Wy. So it will be how much? Rx bar how much we got? You can check out over here. Rx bar 13.4, Ry bar 21.6. This is what we have to take. So weights are equal. So over here equal to, just now I have showed you 13.4 into 0.5, 21.6 into 0.5. So it will come to 17.5%. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. 17.5. So this is what we got portfolio return. Now we are going to calculate the portfolio risk. I'll just do it over here only. Portfolio risk. So standard deviation of P. This is what you have to take per var. So under root standard deviation of x square Wx square plus standard deviation of y square Wy square plus 2 Pxy, that is nothing but your coefficient of correlation here, and you're going to take standard deviation of x, standard deviation of y, Wx, Wy. Just you can check out over here this formula what I have given you. This one we are calculating portfolio risk. Standard deviation of x square Wx square, standard deviation of y square Wy square, Pxy, standard deviation of x and y as such. This formula you need to take. So over here it will be like equal to under root, if you do standard deviation of x, we got 1.5 whole square 0.58 are nothing but that you need to take plus 2.42 square 0.5 square, like that. There's no place. The handwriting is big. You just take the values. Standard deviation of x square is 1.5. So take that. I'll just write down over here. Here you can check out 1.5, 2.5, like that. If you do it, Pxy is nothing but coefficient of correlation Px15 0.67 you got. If you take those all the values, you get is 0.81055. So you will get the answer 0.055, 0.90. Now let's calculate the VAR. VARA. VAR. It is nothing but what is the formula for what is the formula I have given you for VAR? The question what he said is to calculate the VAR as well. The VAR formula is I'll just show you in the next one. Open new. Save. New. Save. So here we are going to calculate the VAR, the last one. So the formula is portfolio value. Portfolio value into 95% confidence level into standard deviation. So in the question you can check out what is the question that has been given. With calculate with 5% level of confidence. With 95% level of confidence. So here he has given you portfolio value INR 5 lakhs. So here also we are going to take 5 lakhs into 95% confidence level. What is the value that has been given in the table value? See, 1.645. You need to take that 1.645. 1.645 into now what we got in our previous problem, standard deviation, that you need to take. Standard deviation we just have done here. Out now. Here one more problem as such has been same. What we have done is we substituted in portfolio risk, we got it 0.90. So that is what you have to take over here. 0.90, the value of the portfolio risk of the portfolio. 0.90. So you get the answer over here is Just a second. Hmm. 5 lakhs 1 2 3 4 5 into 1.645 into 0.90, so it will be 7,40,250. So the maximum loss that the company is going to face is INR 7,40,250 rupees. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. So the thing is, when he asked you such site, I have included actually two uh, things over here to be discussed. First of all, he'll not ask you all the things. He'll ask portfolio risk and VAR at the simultaneously. So over here, portfolio risk, this is the formula. You need to substitute in this what we have calculated one by one. I want all of you to do problem solving. I'll give you problems. This was the question that I have showed you, standard deviation of x and why you need to calculate. He is asking us to calculate return on risk as well as the VAR of the portfolio. So for these you have calculated the just show you. First of all, we have calculated, what we have calculated is Rx. Rx is nothing but this total with the returns that has given you in the question. Total it up, you will get Rx 67 you got total. So sum up Rx divided by n, 67 divided by 5, number is 5. So 12 minus 13.4, like that you need to do. Rx bar it is 14 minus 13.4, 0.6, 12 minus 13.4, 1.4, 16 minus 13.4, 2.6, 13 minus 13, 0.4, like that. Same manner you need to square these all, you will get this. Then Ry, you have taken from the question, total it up them divided by 5, you will get 21.6, like that. Same manner 20 minus 21.6 will get minus 1.6, 22 minus 21.6, like that. If you do square them, you will get 29.2. So multiply, because to calculate the covariance we need Rx minus Rx bar into Ry minus Ry bar. So this column into fifth column, so you will get these values minus 12.1. So standard deviation of x is nothing but 11.2 divided by 5, 1.5. Ry is nothing, standard deviation of y is nothing but 29.2 divided by 5, this one. So we got 2.42. So now what you have to do is, the next step is, you calculated all of them. The last column what we got 12.1, we have substituted over here and we to find out the coefficient. Okay, so 1 is 12.1 divided by 5 minus 2.44. Now coefficient of correlation is this one, minus 2.44 divided by standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. What we have calculated over here, 13.5, no, 1.5 and 2.42. So that you have taken over here. Then you have calculated the portfolio return. Portfolio return, he just asked you, this is nowhere used in the VAR, the value at risk as such. 13.4 into 0.4, 21.1 into 0.5, you will get 17.5. Then he is asking you portfolio risk, standard deviation of x square, wx. I'll just write down over here if it is coming. There is no place as such, otherwise I would have done. Okay. So standard deviation of x square, wx square, 1.5 square, 0.5 square into 2.42 square into 0.5 square into 2 into pxy is nothing but what we have got over here, minus 0.67. Standard deviation of x is again this 1.5, standard deviation of y 2.42 into 0.5 into 0.5, you will get 0.81055 under root. So you got 0.90. So this is what is nothing but your standard deviation of P. So now what is happening is, this is nothing but your standard deviation of P. What we have calculated, standard deviation of portfolio here. So 5 lakhs, the question that he has given, he is asking us to calculate the, and the question what he is asking, suppose the portfolio value is rupees 5 lakh, calculate the VAR of the portfolio with 91.5% level of confidence. So 5 lakhs into 1.645 into 0.90, so you will get 7,40,250. I'll just show you standard deviation here only, there was no place above, right? I'll just show you it. 1.5 square, 0.5 square plus 2.42 square, 0.5 square plus 2 into pxy, what we got over here. You can check out coefficient of correlation is nothing but your pxy. How much it is? 0.67 it is, minus 0.67 minus 0.67 into standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y, and wx and wy. You got this value, what I have written, see, 0.81055. That is what I am showing you again. 0.81055. This will come to 0.90. So here what we got is, we have substituted over here in the portfolio value 5 lakh into this 95% is nothing but confidence level, what I have shown you in the problem. So here it is. So here what he is asked to calculate, that we have done. So with this I am done with the problem. So VAR is about 7,40,250. So this is the confidence level. So I hope with this, I hope you understand this. I'll give you few questions in the, I'll do more problems in my next class also depending upon this. I hope it is clear. See you all guys. Bye. If at all you have any doubts in this problem and all, just pin me or question. Okay. See you all guys. Bye.